Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Manor Lords, this early access preview, episode number 6. I really quite like the zooming out from afar, even like the map view where you get to see a little map type printout of your town. And then just zooming in, slowly seeing the town take shape, the details. No, we're paused right now, but then we now have our manor. Well, not quite, right? We have to do a little bit of finishing construction. One thing to note, and to remind myself and to everyone, is that we do have the Baron's troops moving towards the other bandit camp, and that means we're going to have to react to that pretty quickly. So we'll wait a little bit longer. We want all these people who are doing the construction to finish pretty quickly, but really we're going to rally the Spear Militia very quickly here. So probably I'll even get to it now. I mean, the sooner they do that, the sooner they get back home too. And it is pretty good timing that now that we've finished the harvest, and honestly now that we've pretty much finished the manor, we'll go ahead and step up and defeat that bandit camp, give myself some more personal money. They are going to run. I don't think that we're going to have them run for very long. Maybe like 10% fatigue or so that we can easily recover it in time. Oh, another bandit camp was sighted. Oh, well, okay. If we're extremely quick, we actually can get both. I mean, I don't expect that that's what's going to happen. But boy, that's an interesting development. So let's go for the closer one, obviously. Still spawning in the same spot it always does. And then I guess what we'll do is we'll take a look at the manor under construction. Just a review of our goods right now. I think that we probably want another person in the mining pit because we have only 4 iron ore and we have 70 iron slabs. I guess we don't really need that. What we could do instead is just take somebody off the bloomery, let them work on something else for a while. We have almost no housing available, so we're at 23. And we do have a few places we can expand. So we can just upgrade these to extend their living to accept another family. That should be sufficient. I wanted to get most of the houses already here to have families before I extended it, and we've done that. We can extend this one as well. So that'll be a bunch of additional housing once that all gets constructed. Of course, the manor right now is highest priority. Just to finish it off, we're so close to, so very high priority, just to make sure it is actually being done. But I think it is. I'd like to think so. Yeah, I see it. I see it being built, and it's so cool. I don't know if I've showed this, but the process of actually constructing is done like beam by beam. It's really remarkable. Like in every way, this game has just very high attention to detail. It's quite. Yeah, I will say it again because I mean it. It's remarkable. Something that I need to remark on. Alright, let's form our line like so. Maybe like so. They will be at the surrounded whatever penalty. I don't know if we'll want to go into stand your ground, but you know what? I will do stand your ground because their initial charge. Yeah. Okay, there it is. So the manor has now been completed. Ah, beautiful. So we have our manor. It is controlling the road in as well. I love that. This is my territory. You have to go through my manor. And at the same time, who knows if it was a good idea to actually control the roads like this, because that means everybody who goes by has to go through my manor. But I like the fact that we're controlling the roads. It really is a situation where you probably shouldn't do it this way. But, it would have looked really nice way up there. We could have controlled that road, the back road. But we decided, no, I want a hand in everything going on. Who's to say what's the right thing? Well, not me. I mean, I don't know the right thing because I did probably the wrong thing. Anyway, let's see how we're doing here. Have we lured the brigands out? No, not yet. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now that we have this construction done, we do have plenty of other construction to do. But I will start doing these other things. So let's remove that person from the bloomery. It's funny because we just talked about having a surplus of people, but I'm now freeing up more people. But I would like to have more people working in the saw pit. We have a lot of timber, and we probably don't need... Oh, we don't even have that many people in logging. Okay. Well, a lot of these upgrades are going to require timber, so I think we'll come down on timber pretty quickly. Right now, food-wise, we have really good diversity. We have 4 different items. As far as clothes go, we have a lot of leather. What I'm going to eventually need to do, and I think that we've already looked at this, the flax situation is not great here, and it is good over here. So I think after we deal with these bandit camps, it's going to be time for us to claim that middle region, ignoring the fact that, yeah, we do already have one region claimed, we just won't be able to really use it because we want flax, and, you know, that's not something we have here. Another way I could get the items I need is just by getting trading up and going. I don't mind doing that. In fact, it's not a bad idea to just start building those buildings as well. Let me also just make sure that we're not already in battle. We are not yet, but very soon. And it looks like we are looking at soaking wet and surrounded by trees. They are also soaking wet, and God, I mean, they're not surrounded by trees. They look like they're surrounded by trees. We'll let them charge into us. Still 36 to 16. I feel like this is going to be a pretty easy one for us. Is our cohesion going up slowly? Oh, we actually have 7% fatigue still? Did I really run us that long? Well, looks like it'll be finished at about the time they come. Let's also turn to face the charge. Alright, that looks good, and we're also constructing more territory, more places for people to come. We really want that upgraded church. That has such a nice knock-on effect for approval. Okay, here it comes. Brace. And go. Alright, come on in. Yeah, well, this guy's being hit by like 6 people. Doesn't look... the odds aren't good for him. Kind of congested in the middle. Oh, this guy's just... He's gotta die like instantly. I don't know how the fighting system works here exactly. I'm just trusting somebody eventually will tell us about how the dice roll works. Oh, that guy's dead already. And they lost another one. Push forward now because I think that it's time to do that. Yeah, we're definitely pushing them back as well. This guy is kind of getting pushed out. Well, they're down to 13, 12... 11. Yeah, we broke them. Okay, very good. So let's go down and to the bandit camp. It looks like we have enough time to go from this bandit camp, march over to this one, and actually get both. I would be ecstatic about that. That's a lot of personal revenue. My Manor's guy would love it. So 5 out of 24. I haven't really used my retinue before, so that's something I'm gonna have to learn. Fuel reserves. Open castle planner? Don't think we have anything I want to add on at this time. I didn't add a tax office. It is only 4 timber to do. And you can add it to your walls. Well, yeah, if I was going to add it to my walls, I should add it over here, right? That would make sense. Maybe at the corner over here. Okay, let's add it there. Commit. It's just aesthetics for now, but sure, we have the means. Let's do it. Are we picking berries right now? We are picking 2 berries. I think we should go more on that, and we can get a dyer. But again, we don't have any flax. We don't have linen coming in. We also don't have fertilization and the ability to get sheep, which sheep would provide wool. That would be great. Okay, we got this new message. We will, you know, here. And these guys, what's their fatigue is 12%. Well, don't run. No, you should not have been running. That was your problem. So stand your ground, just come down here. I mean, just head this way. And what we'd like to do, actually, is catch them right outside the forest so that they have the in the woods, but we don't. They have that penalty, but we do not. Try this. Would we be surrounded by stuff there? I don't know. Try that. And are we going to get there in time? I think so. It's amazing. We're going to get the old 2-for-1. And these guys will go back before summer, or I mean before spring is even done. So I think that now we get a bit of a kickback. I mean, the way it's supposed to work, at least, I remember from the demo, is that you actually have some tax. Oh, it looks like this is now actually be under construction though. So Woodcutter's Lodge, I mean, forgive me for thinking that maybe 700 firewood is more than enough. It's 28 months of fuel. Yeah, I think what we need is more families to work in the different areas. So, Bloomery, we shut that down for the moment. We still have plenty of iron. Policies available, okay, well, it's also interesting. Do we want to do hunting ground for wild animals? No, I don't want this one, but this gives you plus wild animals minus crops. Strict fasting. Citizens skip every 5th meal. Reduces food consumption. Decreases approval. No. And honestly, we probably would choose one of the other ones. We don't have any reason to want to choose this. And it looks like none of the other policies are really that interesting. So basically, we don't really care about any of this. If later on we don't care about new people moving in quite as much, we may go to strict fasting. That would be the only one I think that we would want. Production, this is where I hope at some point that they're going to allow you to control the goods that go into the marketplace. This is actually one of my only gripes with the game, is that you can't control the flow of goods. Let's say, for example, that I'm going to get a bunch of linen. And I want that linen to go to my tailor, so that he can make it into something better. The linen may end up all going to the marketplace, and the tailor may not. I mean, this is what I had in my Twitch series, is that it was going to the marketplace. And the tailor wasn't getting any. Then he actually wasn't making any goods. So, okay, let's change up plans because they're already coming after us, so we don't need to go as far. Might as well just go here. And we do have 13 fatigue. We are moving downhill. That's a great sign, though. You know what? Forget it. Just go right here, come to a stop. We'll let them come over to us, and hopefully being stopped will help. Yeah, the fatigue go down faster. But we have claimed this area, and plus 36 to 16. Only minus 8. I'm going to take that. The balance, armory power balance is very much in our favor. Here we go, round 2. Fight. Okay, get in there. I do like, so like this one guy, poor guy in the end, despite us having, you know, a numerical advantage, it's actually getting 2-for-1. We have guys in the back that just aren't doing anything. But it does mean that, you know, you should have situations like this where there's 3-on-1. So I think that this is actually one of those situations where the stand your ground should help a lot. And this guy has actually switched over to him, so I guess he's getting 2-for-1. And, you know, I have a couple guys on the back that aren't doing anything. But there it is, 36 to 15 to 14. I'm trying to make sure nothing else is happening that's critical. Alright, they're down to 13. Let's do the push forward thing. So hopefully some of the guys in the back will start making their move. 11. I'm going to start zooming out so that we can run over and take the bandit camp as soon as they fall. They have now fallen. Alright, now the question is, do I add this to my personal bank as well? My personal treasury? I think so. See, we just have so much money in the over here that I just don't think we need it. Now, it's 30, I think it's 30 coin for a sheep. So if we wanted to get sheep, we could spend a lot of money very quickly. I still am of the mind, though, that it's easier to go into the treasury and easier for us to make other money, like in a different way. So, we got people moving in. That's very good. Did they finish this construction? No, not yet. And plenty more houses that will want to expand as well. This one's already up. Okay, good. So we have 3 for chickens, the joiner's shop, the blacksmith. This is going to be the tailor. We got 2 for goats, 3 for goats, and then probably another for chicken. And by the way, did we get this or not? They're just about to get to it. Okay, good. Yeah, I think it belongs to my treasury. And then we'll move on back. We can run, actually. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and run. And we'll disband them. You know, I'm going to have them run all the way here just in case I forget. Because sometimes I forget about them. And then they just get stopped at the edge of my territory. I'm going to go... Oh, I already did. Okay. Good on me. 16. This is ready to go as well. So let's put that hunting limit down to 10. And maybe we increase this by 2 as well. Technically, they're telling us about another ruler's army. I'm assuming that these guys are just gonna... What are they doing? You're kind of going my way. I assume that's just an accident. We're not going to be in shape to fight if they actually do want to fight. I'm just going to run this way a little bit more just in case. One thing I'm not going to do right now with all their armies out is start claiming this middle territory. Don't want to start a fight about that. But okay, our blacksmith right now, he's making spears, and I think that getting a second spear would not be bad, but I also would not be remiss if our joiner switches over to small shields, and my blacksmith switches, thank you, blacksmith, switches over to sidearms. This is going to really strongly reduce the number of planks that we're using. And then we can get an infantry group as well. Now, I still think that the spears are better. And polearms seem to be like the anti-armor thing. They actually have anti-armor. But spears have impaling. I don't really know what all the difference is. But like stats-wise, spears are like only have 1 attack. Swords have like 2 attack. And I think polearms also have 2 attacks. So it's funny that the militia guys you fight actually have the highest attack. The little mob. I'm trying to debate if this is actually what I want to do, or if I just want to get multiple spearmen, but something tells me that it would be nice to have a unit with more offensive capability. And the swordsmen still take shields. So yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do this. Okay, switch on over to that. We do have 5 large shields, 9 spears as a backup. Okay, good, we outran them. That's good to see. Maybe it will be time for us to get dismissed really quickly. I suspect what they're doing is moving towards the initial bandit camp, or the new one. So hopefully when they finish their orders, they'll get reset. And head back home, and not bother me. Alright, only one group open for construction. The new manor has been finished. That's good. So there's nothing else we can do. Walls scale. Yeah. I think at some point you're going to be able to actually build up castle type stuff, but it's not implemented yet. At least I saw that it was in the plans to be implemented. I mean, I saw that somebody commented it's in the plans. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Okay. So we got a rye field. We do need flax, though. I find that flax is a much bigger deal than I originally thought. Well, because it is as you get later in the game. Like, they just expect that you have 2 items of clothing. Shoes, clothes, cloaks, something. They want something. Actually, how do we make shoes? Maybe that's what I want to do instead. And, you know, I've never done this, so this is kind of a risk. But I suspect that shoes are made out of leather. And leather is something we have in great supply. So let's go ahead and start this. We will have somewhere, I assume, another one townhouse. Do we not? We'll get one. We'll build like a one townhouse over here. And that will be for the tailor eventually. Or even right here. It'll fit nicely right here. Yeah, perfect. So we can get 3 there. I actually want to do, if I can, turn that... Can that be... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, that's surely what I want, actually, instead. And that just seems perfect. I'm not going to build it, but because we have enough housing, but I think that's what I want to do. Which means we'll still need a single townhouse somewhere. Anyway, the reason why I'm going to do this is because if we can use... Back to this. If we can use leather, I can always just keep getting more goats. Food-wise, we seem okay. And we don't have the ability, though, I forgot, of course, we don't have any means of getting ale. And right now we have 0 people who are free to work. That's also not what I want. The plank situation's okay, and we just reduced the demand for plank. Take this guy's down by 1. I mean, I don't want to, you know, sure, the number, the total number, but I don't want to decrease the derivative too much. I think 1 there is still good. Yeah, okay. So this is probably the road going to be like this. Basically, it's going to be from this. And I want it to be big enough to have, like, is this, if I build that, is that big enough that the houses can have, oh wow, it's huge. What about this? It works! Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I'll probably just put 2, we need a road on this side too, though. We don't need it. Technically, I could put these down here. That's interesting. What if we did? Yeah, or get 4. I knew it. It's conspiring against me. The grid system. I can't get around it. It's the grid system. It had to be. We'll figure this out later. Those roads aren't going to hurt anybody, so we'll leave them there for now. Oh yeah, my guys, they can be dismissed. What ended up happening to their troops? They, I guess, were dismissed as well, because they just left. Okay, fair enough. Happy to see it, frankly. Wasn't sure I wanted to tangle with them. So where is everybody? Mostly foraging? We're now hunting as well. Those all seem fine to me. Cobbler's workshop is up next. That's good. We have 5 oxen. We have room for 1 more. Might as well get them. 1 for the tannery. No, none for the bloomery. 16 5. Yeah, that's still a good call. 3 here, 1 there. Might just have too many people in the storehouses, which is what I think somebody mentioned to me. It's just been my experience, though, that you want these guys moving goods around. And they also work the marketplace. Okay, cobbler's shop is done. Can you show me what you're doing? Did these guys tell me what they're doing? Maybe I need to go to a blank house and see where it's all. Okay, enables the production of shoes. Well, I guess we just wait and see what they do. We don't have any material for them to make shoes out of other than leather, so if they aren't making it out of leather, they're making it out of thin air. It can only be leather. I mean, I guess it could be hides, which makes less sense to me, a lot less sense than leather. So let's see if that actually works. They actually put some shoes in the marketplace. People waiting, transporting. Well, that's promising. What is he transporting? She. Leather. Yep. Oh, this is so cool. So leather for shoes, that's very good. That means that we are going to want to step up our goat game. Kind of have this backwards, honestly. The food can be on the left side. The leather has to go to the tannery. Wow. Anyway, we didn't do it that way, and it's too late to change it now. But pretty happy with this decision. The only downside is that I would like eventually to get gambesons. Gambesons they do act as armor, so it will strengthen our people. 26 out of 29. I mean, with only one person free, which again, I'm still not doing the math correctly. Like, where are all our people? What are they occupied with? I guess we have 6 people down in these 2 camps. And the wild animals we can cut back on them. I want to cut back on somebody who's actually crafting already. What I'll do is quickly bump this up to 14. And then when one of them stops working, we'll let them free them from their job. I guess that's also known as being fired. But otherwise, I mean, there's a lot going for us. Yeah, okay, policies available, you say that. But really, what policies are we... I want this one. I signed it! Okay, that was an accident. I mean, I don't think that it should work that way, but it truly is early access. That was an early access thing. We signed a nothing policy. I mean, for all I know, it's going to have a horrible negative effect on our town, and we just won't know it. I will blame anything now on the fact that we chose that policy. But not a whole lot left, so I guess we can just really crank up on the speed, wait for more people to join my town. Once construction is done, I think that the next step is just to continue to expand housing here. Oh yeah, did we get the... We actually commit to goat shed over there. So we wouldn't mind more hides, more leather. Another way I could get even more food is if I got a vegetable garden as well. But I'm pretty I think that the orchards are going to be even better. Alright, we got 26, we have 30 spots. Seems pretty good to me. Firewood is just continuing to go up. I mean, maybe I cut another person. A little nervous about it. In another playthrough I have charcoal, and it still isn't enough. So I'm not sure why. Because we just don't have that many people here. Field is growing nicely. We already have 15 rye. And I guess we're going to start to have shoes in the market. There it is. 1 shoe. And it's now gone. But, you know, once people are wearing shoes, then it should all trickle out. And I think we can actually get our tavern as well. Yeah, that's what I want. There. Let's put our tavern down. So we have plenty of herbs coming in from the other camp. Okay, we can get, I think, one of these guys out of here. In fact, we can get both of them out of here. But I could get the other guy back working. I just lower the threshold again. We'll go down to 9, because I'll set him loose eventually. We're now into summer, officially. And I do see that we are a little bit short on iron, so let's get somebody back into the bloomery. berries. I guess we're just getting a ton of those. So, well, that's a lot. Nearly 700. 600, but nearly 700 at this point. We don't have a dye place. No reason for us to have a dye place since we don't have a source of linen. I also want to just keep a close eye on this hides and leather situation since we are making shoes. Okay, but the tavern is complete. And it really just shows you that we're gonna have to get a trading post. I think a trading post right there makes sense. Let's do it. And probably a livestock trading post next to it. Or on the other side, or heavens, I don't know. On the other side, maybe? I don't like the livestock trading posts as much because they do create stable space, which, you know, you think, hey, Tortuga, that sounds like a good thing. No, because the places I put my, well, I guess I can put it like over here. They end up being the place that the livestock pitch their tent. I'd rather them be in the stable and they end up just being stuck in there. So I guess I'll have it over here though. Is there anything else we would want here besides the trading post? Probably there could be. Although we have room over here, in theory. We don't need it yet, so just wait. Alright, so we do have 2 clothing stall supply now. Only missing some goods, some drink, some ale. Taking a drink, chewing some ice. Sorry if you heard that. Alright, this hunting camp place looks like, crank that back up to 14. Once they're done crafting and everything, we'll free them from this job. Again, I guess that's known as firing. Up to 28, so we'll probably want to expand the number of houses again. Who had... oh, well, there. We have room there. And room here. Room there, too. I assume everybody's level 2. Yeah, 16 out of 16 are all level 2. Just need some level 3s and we're all good. And that's going to require this. Ah, it's up. Alright, let's pause real fast. Kind of take a look at the trading thing. So the way it works, as far as I know, is minor trades can be conducted without a trading route. You have to purchase a trading route for the major ones to have any kind of flow of goods. Trading routes, they are pretty expensive. The development does have a second tier better deals. Sorry, no, the trade logistics, the first tier one, reduces the cost of anything over 25 to 25. It does not do anything for anything that costs less than 25 already, or 25 itself. And the second tier from this reduces the cost of importing by 10. You can see that basically all the prices are the first number, which is how much you get, and the second number is that, usually plus 10. Sometimes, I think I've seen it where the second number is 1 higher, it's like 213, but there might not be, I mean, just scan this real fast and see if that's true anywhere. Maybe not. Maybe I just could not, I might not have seen it correctly. Which is now what it looks like is the case. But anyway, so we do have a lot of money. A lot of money can go into trading and be lost very quickly. Like we can buy gambesons, that would be great, but it's going to cost 16 per, especially with that trade cost. And that's pretty expensive. I mean, hell, if we're going to do that, we might as well get mail. Now, unfortunately, mail, you require tier 3 people to wear mail. For some reason, the lower tier peasants don't want to wear fancy armor. I don't know why. Kind of think that they would still, but I mean, protection, they know. It's like they know themselves so well. They know their position is beneath that, which would warrant protection by such valuable material. So what was I going to do here? No, we want, not materials, we want, oh, well, ale is 8 to import directly, versus if we imported the, I mean, it's 18, I should say, because it's plus 10, right? Versus if we got the barley, it'd be 12. And we would take the barley, we would make it in the malt house and send it over to the Yeah, I think that we would just be better off here buying the ale directly. It's pretty expensive. Now I'm starting to regret my decision to take the money. We probably should have given it to the town. But it's the only thing we need for tier 3. So let's go ahead and purchase it. Establish this route. Let's import. And let's set our desired amount at 10. Because this is... Well, I'll say 11, which is basically 200. I'll give them 200 money. Now, it's going to be 200 and then more after... So, they'll come in with their 11, and then I'll go to the tavern, and then people will drink it, and afterwards, it won't be 11 anymore. So we'll buy some new stuff, and it's going to have a very high impact on our wealth. Luckily for us, we do have a lot of tier 2 folks who are already paying a small amount of tax. I don't know what the amount is. Can you see what it is? I don't know if you can. There it is, taxes. Okay. So right now we don't have a land tax. We don't have a tithe. I'm fine with that because we don't need the prediction, the whatever. Actually, the thing we need to do really badly is we got to get this wooden church upgraded. I'm actually surprised that, yeah, our church level, we need that before anything else, which means we're going to need some clay. And I think that it might be even better for us just to get a second logging camp than trying to get those guys over there to log from, like, forever away. So we'll do that. Let's see. That's kind of what I want. Yeah, we'll do it. And we'll set when they go operational, we'll set their area just to be very narrowly over here, and we'll make this road also head over to the other spot. Looks like we can reduce this by 1 at least, since berries are almost down. I forgot we have a rich deposit in this one. Oh, work area is empty. Okay, so these guys have cut all the trees that were in their area, and wow, it does look like that. Gonna have them work. Whoops, that's a little too far. As big of a bird's eye view as I can get. Gonna have them work this eastern side a little bit more. Have you guys do that. Four construction workers now, that's pretty good. Obvious upside of having the extended housing is you don't have to upgrade to level 2 when you expand. That's why upgrading to level 2 and then expanding is great. Having the house extensions is really strong, I think. But yeah, we could even, we don't need to import, but what we want to do as well, after that's done, we're going to want industry, yeah, a clay furnace, and this will not fit here. So close. Oh, it will. What if we tuck it right here? Guess we'd rather tuck it on this side. So it'll only attach down here. That's okay. That's right next to the storehouse. So we were able to squeeze it in after all. Very nice. And these guys are done. I will give them one person as well, so we can start working on getting this cleared. That should work. And tier 3 away. Wonder what this guy's being denied. I mean, we have plenty of food and fuel, so I'm not sure why he doesn't have those items. Let's also see 71 leather. We might need more hides. Still think hides might be an issue. Let's get this. No, they're already being constructed, but I think I want. It's got to be a goat place. I'm choosing this one. These have slightly larger back lots, so I mean I can do it here. My the way I work my magic decision, although I don't know how it impacts anything actually. Forger's hut. Oh yeah, we are done here. Well, that's actually very good news. In a basket. I'll let them work for a second without anything, just to have them finish their job. Then we'll take them off in a moment, and we can get them to work doing something else. You know, wow, look at that. I think we already finished. Okay, we need more construction people anyway. Looks like this is ready to go. It is. And we can do this without having any issues with trees, so we're already good. This road can go. Try to weave it through. Nice. Very cool. Threaded the needle. Okay, cool. So we'll be able to get this all up and going pretty soon. Since we have additional workers right now, they can be assigned there, and until they are assigned there, they'll work to construct the place. It's a nice little... And you are still waiting. Forger's hut, what are you guys doing? Good. So we can remove you all together now. Yeah, it is the end of summer, so I'm not sure we'll get any more berries. Might actually be able to get more people here. In fact, I'll put that guy back down to 10. Let's just let him continually hunt. Down to 9 even. Heck, down to 8. Ah, here's a place we can work. Stonecutter's camp. I don't know how much stone is left. 10. Yeah, we only need one person to clear that. Yeah, okay, well, we'll zoom in. I mean, right now we just need to wait for stuff to happen. Mainly, I guess we have to wait for this to be constructed. Should not take long. A lot of oxen going over here. Alright, good. So they're already done clearing that area, and we know that that's the case anyways, because we could build our place there. Kind of happy to clear a little area around my manor, so that nobody can sneak around in the forest outside my place. So why don't we do this? Okay, how about that? Just kind of scan the options here for construction items. Is there anything we're missing? Well, the other thing we could do is go claim the territory to our west. Although we really don't need to claim and do anything with it until next year, March, when we want to actually put down a field. Although, do we want to get started before then? So what is our trade looking like? What's our stockpile? Nothing. We currently have 11. Let's get more. It shouldn't go anywhere. Yeah, I can see our money, it has dropped. Once we have our church up and running, then we'll get people, we'll give them the ale. We'll just have to be very careful about immediately making sure everybody upgrades to level 3. I mean, we need at least 3 to get to the next point, which is very important. Alright, let's have some people over here. Is this also? Okay, no, it's not. No rich deposit underneath. Okay, good. This one actually does have the rich deposit, but again, we don't really ever need it. We already have 3,200 iron. I just really feel that's going to be enough for a long time. Bloomery is now working. We have 30 and 30. That's a good reserve. By the way, how many weapons do we have? We have a lot. You guys can switch off of this. How much? We have 120 planks. Okay, good. Let's switch back to... Well, cobbler, you're fine, but... I could do the same thing here and just get pole arms. In fact, making pole arms is, in my opinion, a very good thing you can sell. Tools also are very good to sell. In fact, if we go to the trader, if I remember correctly, tools are the most efficient to sell. Okay. Sidearms are 8. Pole arms are 8. Spears are 7, though, right? Yeah, spears are 7. Other than that, small shields are 5. Large shields are 6. So that's another... that's for the joiner, what we would want to have them sell. Small, large, or wooden mechanisms, or whatever they're called. Tools? What's it called? Anyways, but literally tools. 6 for 1 iron versus 7 for an iron and a plank. Well, it's really 8 for the pole arms for iron and plank. Or for 2 iron, for double the amount of iron, we sell it for, you know, just a couple more points. So I feel like tools are the better way to go. And here they are, wooden parts. And they sell for 5. So I mean, it only takes 1 wood to make a wooden part. It's the same price as a small shield, which also takes 1 wood. The 2 plank large shields don't seem like a good thing for, you know, the 1 extra point. We don't really have an export economy yet, and I don't think we need to. But yeah, sorry, I paused because we're going to switch over to... How many spears do we have? 9, 6 large shields. We don't need large shields for the polearms. The polearms don't use shields. That's one of the reasons why I get nervous about them, though. Let's switch back and get enough for another spear group. Okay, move on. I love this game. It's just, we're cruising along nicely. I see that we've already gone another 48 minutes. These episodes have just lengthened and lengthened. I'm not sure. I feel like it should be time to call curtains on the series. But I suppose we can try to do 1 more and then take a hiatus. I don't know. Maybe I should be doing jump cuts or something more to narrow down the last one. I mean, I feel like we're in really good shape in this series anyway. We have a retinue. I need to play around with these guys more. Like, why do we only have 5? I want more. I want more. What's the limit? Do they need... And what's this? So I know how to get bows. I don't know how to get crossbows. I'm not even getting pop-ups for some of this. Large shields. War bows. That is something we don't know about. Pole arms. It's apparently something else we don't know about. Or that. Recruits. Sidearms. Spears. Yeah, so we have plenty of sidearms. We can... I mean, I guess we can and will form a militia footman. There we go. This is 30 out of 36. I guess what happened is it split my group into 2. That's fine. I didn't expect it to do that. I expected it to leave the first one full, and then let this one, let the new one just be the most depleted and need the most people to be filled in, but at least we know that that's not how it goes, and we know now how, oh my gosh, it's time to, you know, get it going on the farmhouse. So that's the mission for next time, is we're gonna have to get everyone reaping what we've sowed. Until the next one, then, thanks for watching and take care.